Hello and welcome back to... oh my goodness, what's happening with my voice? Hello and welcome back to Anyone Can Play Dark Souls. This is Strawman Gaming. I'm your Strawman, and... there we go, it helps if you click in the window. So we're in the Church of Yoshka, where I think we have to head down into the bowels of the city to rise up and kill the Pontiff. Who's such a bitch, by the way. What is this place? It feels like it should be secret behind one of these walls. You. Oh, okay, so I'm going to drop down to... I should have just looked up first, but I didn't, so here we are. Church of Yoshka. Which again... my brain is telling me this interesting lore, but I do not remember it. What the hell is that? Roster of knights? I guess it's like a key? What does it do? Check Dark Moon Night. Right. I don't know what any of that means. But we can do it now. Are the enemies here invisible? Or are they just jerks? They're invisible jerks. Ah, we still cast shadows, you silly sod. What's the point in being invisible? That's like Lord of the Rings invisible. Although that does... that's never bothered me until this second, that the... like when hobbits wear the one ring. What about... my goodness. They become invisible, but they still cast a shadow. So, that must mean optically, they don't change, they're still there. But it's something to do with power that means people can't see them. Because you only become invisible if you're not a powerful being when you're wearing the ring. Like, obviously... just a normal... Wah! That is too invisible. I don't like when dogs have people faces. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so like when Sauron wears the ring, he's not invisible. It's only when the hobbits do. Or I assume humans actually. Well, no, because a human did wear it. The king that was supposed to destroy it, he wore it. I think. It didn't turn him invisible. But in any case, I digress. How can something be entirely... no, invisible means entirely transparent and light passes through them without obstacle, but also cause light to not be able to pass through them. You know, it's just... oh, I see these. These look like humanity sprites. I don't really understand. You devious little so-and-so. So you mean the damage enemies, because these are just nothing. What is... these are nothingy enemies, but they can do... even Ember, they can do... what's that? Probably 10% of your maximum... okay, you're gonna get two-handed overhead smashed. Suck less. Please. I need it. It's very slow when it's in two-handed mode. My goodness. Like, to the point that I probably prefer it in one-handed mode. Just because it's more responsive and more rapid. I'm hoping that big cat thing, you know, that's an insult to all cats and all crocodiles and whatever the hell it is. I'm hoping that since I killed it, it won't respawn. I know that's not very Dark Souls for that to be the case, but the reason I killed it is because it comes back and attacks you later on at a point when you're much more vulnerable. Like in another swamp. We all love a swamp. So I hope my diligence early on will be rewarded in kind. But I kind of feel... at the back of my mind, my brain knows the answer. And it does not like it. Secret door? So this is entirely pointless. Other than you get to avoid them jumping down on top of you, I suspect. Point of no return, why wouldn't I jump down? I think this is all... yeah, this is where I came up. So is that... the bridge? I don't know. Yes, it must be, because that's where the horrible cat monster jumps down from. Oh, item. Again, that weird noise from my throat. Like there's a small creature in there suffocating. I'm sure my wife will tell me it's indigestion or something like that, but it's just one of those things your body does, because you're essentially a bag of fluid with sticks in it that kind of moves fluid gradually from one bit to another. So you're going to make some disgusting sounds. That's just one of those things. Okay, so I don't know if I ever noticed you could see the eyes before. Use your shield. You've fallen back into all your bad habits you had at the start of the Dark Souls 2 playthrough. Don't tell me. Door ahead. I was 1,000,000% sure he was lying. A weird little area. I need to find out where the orange soapstone is. I've never found it. What made that sound? And could it never do it again? Why did I just heal to full health? That happened, didn't it? That's very odd. And very not Dark Souls. Like, you know, that's like an RPG and I've just leveled up. But that Dark Souls don't play that way. Are you making these dudes invisible? Is that your thing? Blood gem, so I can add bleed to my massive sword coated in blood. That's good. You seeing this, yeah? This? That was dope. That was dope as hell. Are you another one? Okay, is the cat demon alive? Shouldn't be. But again, it only took like 5 hits to kill, so it's not that much the end of the world, even if it is. Problem is, if it fights you when you're in here, when you have no mobility, it can cause you problems. I've never explored out here because of fear of the cat. Well, I've never explored out here to any great extent, anyway. And yeah, that's the way you go. Through that door. And in there's like all sorts of weird spidery things. But I never bothered to come this way because I didn't want to deal with the cat's bullshit. Other than those slug people from, horrible. And it makes no difference because I'm never casting that. I wonder, maybe that's... It's like, it's never occurred to me until now, is that people that use miracles have access to more healing items than me. I assume that's balanced by the fact that miracles are pretty much useless for doing damage. Come on, cat, if you're gonna come. I saw an invisible boy there. I thought I saw an invisible boy there. So it doesn't look like the cat's coming. Which is absolutely okay with me, because that was just an annoying thing. I got nervous. I thought I heard a growling. I thought I heard like a that kind of cat growl. It's not like a really intimidating dog growl. But again, a tiger growl is pretty intimidating. Stay calm, praise the moon. Is there a reason to praise the moon? Will something happen? Okay. Maybe I have to do it. I don't know. I saw texture tessellation. It's unacceptable. Get bigger textures. We can handle it. We're PC. We're big boys. That's okay on console. Have an option for have 4K textures. I know I'm running at 1080, but still. And you know that only matters if you don't understand that resolution and texture size aren't the same thing. Which I seem to have demonstrated that I don't, although I do. Get shallower. Ugh. Seriously, if you're going to play this game, use this weapon. It's so good. I don't even want to know what these are. But I know for a fact that destroying them is God's work. This is Deus Vult right here. I mean, I think it's fairly clear we got it wrong in the Middle Ages. We decided to march into the Middle East, into the Holy Land, and just slaughter Muslims left, right, and centre. If we had these kicking about, that never would have happened. Humanity would have united against a common foe. Like, should we fight over whose god's better, you know, whether we should eat pork or not? Like, nah, man, the spider demon women, that's the problem. And we're like, yeah, that's the problem, actually, I agree. Let's put our petty squabbles to one side. And this is essentially the plot of Watchmen, or the end plot of Watchmen, where Dr. Manhattan creates... He makes himself appear to be, like, the ultimate enemy, and humanity has to unite against him, rather than blowing themselves up with nukes. Now, one of these is how... That's how the film goes. In the book, or the graphic novel, Ozymandias spends, like, billions developing this kind of, like, fake alien, and it does, like, a massive... What seems like a psychic attack on Earth, and then is killed, and they use, rather than scapegoating Dr. Manhattan, there's a giant, like, Shoggoth alien-looking thing that becomes a scapegoat instead. The reason why I'm pulling back is because I knew that there was a archer there. Don't you dare pass me. Thank you. Yeah, my hit's bigger. So yeah, that's my solution to the constant state of war in the Middle East, is to bioengineer a Shoggoth, place it on Earth, and then we'll just kind of put our petty shit behind us and, you know, get on with it. I'd hope. I'm sure there would be various cults that would spring up on how best to fight the demon, or how best to worship it, but, you know, it's whatever. So this feels like progress. I'm going to go back and kill a Black Knight Archer, who, make no mistake, will pull out a sword as soon as I get near him, become an absolute joyless so-and-so. More Black Knights than I remember there being. Those jars contained ice, apparently. Wait. So why is it sending divine blessings back to my... Smo's Great Hammer? What? Leo Ring. Why is Smo's Great Hammer here? 45 strength. My word. Oh, this is the thing I've had. Immolation Tinder. Just nails on a stick. First of all, that's annoying me. Go to that. What did I get? Leo Ring. Strengthens thrust weapon counterattacks. I have a slash weapon, so I will not be using it. Are you full of ice too? Why are pots full of ice? And I want to have these. There we go. Give me some chunks, boys. Chunks is all we need. I can tell I'm getting cocky because I'm trying to go toe to toe with Black Knight. And Black Knights will normally ruin your day, so I am feeling pretty powerful if I'm coping this well against them. So that's good. Because I said before, I got to the late game and every boss felt like every enemy, sorry, felt like a mini boss. And I'm like, what am I missing here? Apparently that weapon was just garbage, or it just didn't fit my playstyle. I don't know. I think it was garbage. Or maybe it's really good for PvP. I don't know. It just, you know, lots of small fast attacks has never been my thing. And when we do our Dark Souls 1 playthrough, it won't be my thing there either. I will be wearing super light armor. but with a super heavy weapon. Because that game especially is so slow and clunky that it's all about creating opportunities and then doing massive damage in them. Well, for my money, that's what it's about. No. No. No! Get absolutely lost. In Dark Souls 2, that would have been a death, because their Estus Flask is healing over time, whereas this is... I think it applies the health instantly, but there is an animation for the bar going up. But in Dark Souls 2, it ticks up fairly slowly. I don't remember these guys being such, like, horrid adversaries previously. These guys I remember being jerks, don't get me wrong. Anything that casts magic at me, I hate. I don't remember these dogs. These man-faced dogs. This looks pretty weird. Okay. And again, looking in the bottom of the screen under my weapon, you see the little red bar. That's my weapon degradation. Whose weapon is ever gonna break other than speedrunners? That feels like a really strange... kind of niche to punish. Okay, we're back here. The bonfire's up there at the Church of Yorshka, so that is a good shortcut. I don't want to respawn all those dogs. I've only got, what, 2... Like, you start seeing 30,000 souls and thinking that's a lot, until you realise that's not even 2 levels. I'm carrying a level's worth of souls with me. 100,000, sure. But 30, that's like 3,000 from a few episodes ago. In that, it doesn't really matter. I feel like, as things stand, I'm sufficiently strong to beat the game. And most benefits from here on out would come from upgrading my weapon anyway. You know, yeah, more damage would be great, more health would be great, but... You know, people beat this game at soul level 1, they, you know, never upgrading their character. Why am I frostbitten? Have I mentioned that I love magic users? And they're in no way scummy. And awful, and ruin the game for everyone. You just don't have a nice time. And they're over here just being ungentlemanly. Die. Die, roll. Die. 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 You want to die as well, that's fine. Hate them. But this area is not as bad as I remember it being. I'll give it that. Which is damning it with faint praise, I know. Oh, so that really is just for idiots. Because I was going to do it. I'm like, I'm jumping down there. But for once, I resisted my basic urge. Oh, I'd love to get to the next shortcut, because I cannot be bothered having... We are at the next shortcut. Well, I know the way to the next shortcut from here. You hearing hooves? I feel like I'm hearing hooves. You got hooves, sir? Or madam? 3 hits. We're up to 3 hits. That is an unacceptable amount of hits. I take back everything I've ever said. Let's not forget, I can always just summon... Who's this guy? Londor Pale Shade. Oh, so that's... I can summon that because of that Dark Wraith. This is a boss I've probably had the most trouble with. We're not going to do it this episode. We're going to get to the shortcut this episode. Michael Corvin. I don't... Seville House. Let's get the shortcut. Because then, you know, if I have to do all this again, that'd be really annoying and I really can't be bothered. I hate replaying stuff. Like, dying to the boss and having to run back through, that's slightly different from having to do something over and over again because I was too stupid than to get the shortcut. So there's invisible man here. And then there's this gate. And this takes us right back to the church. Have you been aggroed? I'd say yes. Right. What the? What the goodness? So I'm going to run back to the church. Remember we dropped down him and killed him and he was very unhappy about it. I think it's the church? Yeah, okay. Church of Yoshka. This is our nearest bonfire for the Pontiff Sullivan fight. Who does fire and dark damage? I'm just remembering one of his weapons is fire, one of his weapons is dark. I think his main one is fire? But I would be surprised if I killed him first time, so we'll have a chance to adjust that on the fly later. For the time being, let us use all our soul packets and get as many levels as we can. Two of these. Where are the divine blessings? There! Oh, an undead bone shard too. That'll definitely help. I'm going to use these just because I want them out of my inventory. Da, 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 da. 3 fading souls, so I'm guessing 60? No, 150. Hold it. Seven. Okay. I feel like we're making good progress through this game, and this is episode 16. I don't know. I number them after I've recorded them.
Very well, then top
What if I make a deal? Well, if every time I level up, I get 1 strength and 1 of something else. Yeah, that seems fair.
Farewell, Ashen.
Okay, so I guess that's where we end the episode. If you liked the episode, hit that like button, leave a comment down below saying what you liked about it. If you didn't like the episode, hit that dislike button, leave a comment down below saying what you didn't like about it. I make new content every single day, so if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. Strawman Gaming, I'm your Strawman, and I will see you tomorrow.